What's going on, YouTube? This is Keith.
This is Brian.
And you are watching Less Magic, More Gathering. Today we are doing That's Enchanting, episode number 2, doing blue enchantments.
I love blue.
I don't know about blue.
You love blue, but the enchantments for blue is a little bit different.
Me and blue have a love-hate relationship. All right, let's go. All right. I think you started last week, so you want me to start?
I don't care. It sounds great.
All right. So M19 enchantments. I went with
Brain fart.
I went with patient rebuilding. I know a lot of people are using that as one of the main parts of their mill decks, but really it's also just a really good card advantage engine for you, because there's a good, I won't say 100% chance, but there's a good chance your opponent milling 3 cards is going to hit a land and let you draw some extra cards.
Yeah.
So it's kind of expensive to use it for that purpose, but the fact that it's an enchantment and will stay on the battlefield unless somebody has a naturalize or something like that, it's going to be persistent and let you draw cards consistently. So I went with patient rebuilding because I like the card advantage fact. And then if you do put that in with like a psychic corrosion in this new mill deck,
nobody's
trying
doing
to play,
that.
Then it's got that added benefit as well.
Right.
What do you got?
All right, so I went with an aura. Went to grab this nice, pretty rare Metamorphic Alteration, 2-drop enchant creature. As Metamorphic Alteration enters the battlefield, choose a creature. Enchanted creature is a copy of the chosen creature. It's only a 2-drop. I like it. I'm the type of person who plays bigger, heavier, stronger, sometimes really aggressive decks. Not fast. Not aggro fast, but aggressive as far as like, gosh, what am I going to do with those gigantic monsters on the field? So, like happened earlier in the game, I was able to use it, and I copied a Carnage Tyrant. So having 2 of those on the field is kind of devastating to an opponent, especially if you can make them fly. But that's the one I picked for today's card. Just cheap, copy a creature card. And it can be in multiple different ways. Who knows what your opponent's playing? They may have something on the field that you could actually use to benefit your deck. So, hey, copy it and use it. Take advantage of it. So that's what I picked. Your turn.
A 2-drop, turning your Atlanta War Elf into a Scarab God.
That's not fair.
Oh, you've got a Scarab God? Cool, I want one.
Well, hopefully I have the mana for the abilities, but yes. And everything matches. I had it up on the phone. I guess I went through that and kind of just said, I'm done talking about it, but you brought up a good point. But you read into the detailed stuff. And it says it copies exactly what is printed on the chosen creature unless creature is copying something else or is a token. And then see below. So there's rulings. So obviously, like, someone's got a Scarab God out there, or
you've got to have the blue and the black.
Yeah, you're going to need the blue. Yeah, you're going to have the mana to use that. But hey, you never know. Maybe you got a different setup and you don't exactly have a Scarab God in there, but it'll work out for you. That's for sure.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
All right. So for the rest of Standard, I went with a fancy little card from Dominaria called Curator's Ward. Curator's Ward, there's a lot of removal in Standard, especially considering the fact that we've got cards all the way back to Kaladesh in Standard right now. So there's a lot of removal. Having a 3-drop that you can use to make any of your creatures hexproof, and then also if that creature dies and it was a historic, I think is what the card says, then you get to draw 2 cards. So you put that on one of your legendary creatures, and if it does somehow die,
I think it leaves the battlefield,
or leave the battlefield, yeah,
permanent of the creature.
Then you get more of that card advantage, like I was talking about earlier. So, especially with the way Standard is right now, with as much removal as there is, I like that option of being able to make my stuff hexproof.
It's always nice.
And like you gave the example about the game we played earlier, I had 2 creatures that were threatening to end the game. At the same time, you had a whole herd of dinosaurs, but, you know, oh, that was when you were playing against me.
Yeah, you had all that
said,
stuff.
well, we can't target those.
Yeah, I couldn't target. I was going to take him. I was going to use
oh, yeah, you were going
Kefnet's last word, and I couldn't. I was like, well, I can't target those. I guess I'll take some other crappy creature.
Yeah.
It didn't matter anyway. We were going to get beat.
So having that to put on a big Tempest Djinn or you know, another creature that you just want to maintain on the battlefield, even if it's not something that you're swinging with.
Mm-hmm.
Like my other Curator's Ward was on my Tatiova.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that wasn't going to get removed. So
Stupid Tatiova.
Stupid Tatiova. All right, what's your other one?
I went back to the Realm of Amonkhet for this one. I picked it because it was a favorite card of mine when I first saw it. And I tried to really implement it in a couple decks I put together, and they just didn't really cut it. There was too much confusion, too much else going on, and it seemed like it never panned out. But
was that the card's fault or the fact that you built a crappy deck?
No, there's nothing wrong with cards. Great cards. It's a crappy deck. It was mostly me.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I was disappointed in myself, my ability to build a deck around this card. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm not real good with blue. Especially like certain, because you got to do a lot of thinking. I'm just not smart, I don't think. I don't know. Anyway, I went with As Foretold, a 3-drop enchantment. Everybody should know what this one does. So at the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on As Foretold. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast with converted mana cost X or less, or X is the number of time counters on As Foretold. So as you can see, I mean, you have to be able to play 3 mana if you get it in your hand. It's either turn 3, or if you have a mana dork, maybe you got a blue-green deck and you got Landlord Elves out there, you can get a turn 2, possibly, I don't know. But it'll benefit you because if you got a lot of other spells that you could play but you don't quite have the mana, this thing will get stuff out for free once it starts ramping up. And it's an enchantment unless they got something like Naturalize to pull it off the field, or cast out or whatever can remove it, and you can use that fairly, well each turn. You start dropping a 5-drop something, oh, guess what? I got a 5-drop and there's 5, counters. Woo, free card. So I like it, and it holds its value apparently, because I think I had about 3 of them at one point in time. Actually, ones I opened from packs, and then I decided to trade them in because it's going to be off standard soon, and I don't have any more. They went up in value. I think they're like $10, $8 or $9 now. So it's a good card if that's what you need to help build your mana ramp and build to get into playing multiple cards per hand instead of the I got 1 card and that's not going to do it. I need 2 more plays and I could have won the game. So that's mine.
Something like that can keep you on your curve and still let you play extra stuff too.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. I liked the idea, but like I said, I never was the best at building decks around a lot of triggers here, triggers there, build up. A lot of stuff what blue does, especially when it's like some of the stuff that you put together with the mill this, mill that. If you do that, if this happens, and this occurs. I've tried, but it always fails. So I just kind of like, ugh. It's okay though.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I'll stick with my blue-green flying dino deck. So
there you go. All right. Next week we'll be doing black. If you haven't seen it, go back and look at our white that we posted last week.
Yes. That's a good one.
Black next week.
Black sounds good. I like black. There's some neat ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
Some gnarly ones.
Yeah, there's some good stuff out there right now.
Yeah, there is.
The white was kind of anticlimactic.
There's some white enchantments.
Oh, a Johnny's Welcome and everything else sucks. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
There was a lot of good ones for blue too, and there was I know we'll have some fun with black.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else?
I do not.
All right. See you next time.
See ya.
Deuces.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, come down here and press this thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to turn on notifications so that you'll see when we post new content. If you got anything to say, hit us up down here in the comments section. We always love hearing feedback and comments from people that are watching. Let us know what you think. See you next time.